Hi there, this is the Dark Queen, and I would totally appreciate if you could like and subscribe to my channel, Creepy Signal, bringing you all your nightmare material. And so tonight I'm going to be reading from Let's Not Meet, and this one is called I May Have Pissed Off a Crazy Guy with a Shotgun Who Then Almost Killed a Lot of People. I really enjoyed this story because of the fact that this wasn't your average typical writer. A lot of them, it's very formulaic, but you can tell from this individual that they don't write a lot about situations like many people, as far as the form that's written. So I wanted to kind of mention that. So I really like this individual keeping it real. But here we go. This happened in 2003. I was 8 years old at the time, but I remember most of what happened due to the fact what had happened was really crazy. I'm also not a writer, so I hope what I write is coherent enough for you people to understand what actually happened. Picture it. It was Labor Day, and we went camping to this place in Virginia. My dad invited his friend and his wife. These people are the grandparents of my best friend. I was like most kids who really didn't appreciate nature. Now I'm 21 and still don't get it. There was an arcade bathroom station in the campground, and I would bike there and play games all day. It was about a 10-second bike ride from our tent, so my dad would let me go all by myself. The path to the arcade was a gravelly type of hill, with a lot of small rocks. So I try to go up the hill, and my back tire loses friction, and I guess I lose control. And the bike fishtails to the right. I panic because I'm only 8, and I have no bicycle skills, and end up crashing into a white van. The right bumper had a huge black scuff mark on it. And me, I didn't see the owner of the car anywhere, so I picked up my bike and evaporated out of there. We were only at the campground for about 3 days. I don't remember which day I hit the car, but it wasn't the last day. But on the last day of the trip, when we were packing our stuff in the car to go home, I didn't help at all because I was in the car drawing with my new Crayolas. I remember that they were twistables. I don't exactly know what I was drawing, but I think it was butterflies because that week earlier in school, they taught us how to draw them. You make a snowman, and then you put 2 threes on both sides of the snowman, and that's a butterfly. So I'm drawing the butterfly when all of a sudden I hear the loudest noise of all time. It sounded like a firecracker blew up right behind us. So I get out of the car and I'm running towards the sound when I see my dad's best friend running full sprint with a bloody stump of a foot. Now this foot was still attached to the tibia, but it was just dangling. He lies down on a picnic table and there is just blood everywhere. It was dark red and thick like syrup, and it had a lot of bubbles. And at this point, there is a circle of people surrounding Bob, and I hear a crack, and I look to my left and I see this huge black guy. He's fat and has glasses. He cracks his gun in half, and 2 slugs or bullets fly out. He turns around and walks towards the white van. He walks right by the black scuff mark, pulls open the door, and the only thing I could see were boxes and boxes of ammunition. He grabs a box and pulls it out, and then gets 2 slugs or bullets, and then reloads his gun and just stares at everyone. It's pretty selfish, but the only thing I could think of was, I hope this wasn't my fault. I crashed my bike into this guy's car, and now he shot our friend. And it seems like I started this. I remember the black guy yelled to everyone, "Don't ever ask me where I'm from." I don't know if that makes any sense. So my dad makes a full sprint towards the guy, and my mom had to yell, "He has a gun," before my dad got to snap back into his senses. So my dad stops and stares at the shooter, and the shooter stares right back at my dad. And my dad takes off his shirt and goes back to Bob, and he tends to his bleeding foot. I don't think my dad knew what he was doing. I remember everybody retching and gagging because of the smell, but nobody's really moving. We're all waiting for something to happen. That's where my memory ends. However, there were 2 off-duty cops who saw the whole thing and subdued the perp. Bob ended up losing his foot and got a bunch of money from the bad guy, I think. The bad guy ended up being declared insane. I don't remember seeing the cop car, but it was there. And eventually, we saw the guy rocking back and forth, sitting in the back of the police car. I'm pretty sure that guy shot Bob for no reason, but maybe it was because I wrecked his bumper. But either way, shotgun shooter, let's not meet. Alrighty, well, this is The Dark Queen. I definitely hope you liked and enjoyed this video. If you do, please do like and subscribe. I will catch you guys later, and we'll be finding you more stories.